This month is Gavin's 1-year anniversary here at KMA. I think the biggest change that I've seen in him is his self-confidence.
Really been a good thing to me. I got bullied all through like 2nd grade.
Watching Gavin grow into, a self-sufficient, independent young man. And it's been a wonderful thing to see.
It actually got me wanting to teach here. It's made me not get bullied this year.
We're so lucky to have somebody like Sensei Mike and his team to be working with our kids.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
The Thirsty Beaver Hometown Pub and Grub in Dunn's Corners is your ultimate destination for refreshing drinks, delectable dishes, and memorable moments with family and friends. Enjoy live music, DJ trivia every Wednesday night, and we're now the official spot to come watch and root for your favorite Westerly High School sports teams. The Thirsty Beaver, located at 265 Post Road, Spindrift Village, Westerly. Hey everybody, good evening, welcome. This is a little bit of a different start to the basketball game. I'm Ben Barber, one of the owners here at 321 Westerly. We are going to get live to Federico Gymnasium in just a second. I wanted to tell you tonight about Andrew PT, one of the players, one of the senior members of the Bulldogs basketball team. Their senior project tonight is Coaches versus Cancer. And this is to benefit the Gloria Gemma Breast Cancer Foundation. So you can click the link on Facebook right now, right there. You can click that link and you can donate. And we hope that you do. It's for a wonderful cause. And we want to have a huge shout out to Andrew PT for this wonderful cause for his senior project. So people there tonight in person are making donations. We're going to give you some reminders all game long. They're at the national anthem right now. So we're going to kick it over there to Federico Gymnasium in just a second, and you'll be joined by the voice, Greg Morano. But huge fundraiser tonight, Coaches versus Cancer. It's a really awesome deal. And you can make a donation to the Gloria Gemma Foundation right there. On behalf of this fundraiser that was done by senior Andrew PT from the Bulldogs. So we're going to now go to the game, and we can take it from there. Thanks, guys. I'm going to leave you to Greg, and bye for now.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium. What a great start there, Ben. What a great cause we have here on hand tonight. I first off would like to thank Andrew PT as well. I am the voice, Greg Morano. And along with owners Ben and Dave, we are 3-2-1 Westerly. We have the Bulldogs hosting the Avengers. And folks, at this point in the season, there is 6 games left, including tonight. Throw the records right out the windows. Some of these kids are playing basketball for the last time. And some of them are playing for playoff spots. So bottom line is you got to bring it every single game. Is this one of the games that the Bulldogs really, really could use a victory in? Absolutely. I don't want to call it a must-win, but it's a sure darn important game. Let me tell you, the most important of the season up to this point. The Bulldogs are getting announced in right now. It's also nice to see Andrew PT back from injury as well. So the senior project, he's back on the court in the starting lineup. He's going to be joined by Maurice Dunn, Lucas Panett, Romello Hamlin, and Andrew Samo. They'll be the start 5 for the Bulldogs. And this is a Bulldog team who brings their passion and brings the energy every game. They got to finish out the regular season. 1 to 2 more wins would probably lock them up a playoff spot. That's what I'm being told by Coach Cesaro, who's a regular on the show Saturday mornings, Sports Talk with The Voice, 9 to 11, right here at 3-2-1 Westerly. So, Jesse Samo getting set to tip in front of his home crowd. And, see, you know what I mean? These guys are trying to extend their careers, possibly an extra game at home means just so much. It really does. And you throw the records out the windows because, I mean, East Greenwich comes in. This hasn't been a great season. But you know what fixes all of that? Playing that spoiler rule and knocking another team possibly out of the playoffs or whatever it may be, that fuels the fire as well at this point in the year. So here we go in the squared circle number 2 for the Avengers. We'll get it going. That is Reese Macaron Jr., Jesse Samo for the Bulldogs. Huge buzzer beater last week, and that tip is going to go the way of EG. Number 22 will take it up to court. Seamus Comer. And right off the bat, Dunn gets a hand on it, goes out of bounds, but quick hands by the Bulldogs defense, which has become a regularity this season. As has the increased number of minutes you see number 5 on the court. He is also more than likely going to be running the helm next year. And then the Bulldogs are going to get the travel call, that stop and go. Got him, so the Bulldogs benefit of the first turnover of the game. Hamlin going to get the inbound from Dunn, and the Bulldogs have it in white going right to left. Quarter number 1 here. And they're all playoff value games here. And a deep 3 by Pinnell. Starts there and goes. Bulldogs start out with a 3, a deep one by Lucas Pinnell. So a great start, 3-0 Dogs. And already the crowd into it. I can hear the defense chant. I mean, you can't start a game in a high school gym better than that. Tuesday night in the middle of winter. And tries to get to the block. You know teams are going to try that. Lead picked off there. Dunn got the first hand on it. Able to scrap it back is EG. Nice defense thus far overall by the Bulldogs. They can't really penetrate that floater off the glass, and that was the scouting report on him. Not an easy shot, but now I see how he gets it done. Knocked out of bounds from behind. The Bulldogs will remain with it. So we got a 3-2 ball game. And I get an intricate scouting report by the coach, and it really does amaze me how intricate it is, and I'm sure I get the dumbed-down version. Romello Hamlin on a nice pass from the corner by Pinnell. Can't get it over the front of the rim. 3-2 the score. EG has it. They swing to the far side. And they're going to take it to the baseline. Bulldogs trap. And leave a man open at 3. And they're off the glass and in. You never know if it was supposed to. But it goes, it goes. That's 3 more. 5-3. EG. And that is from a mile away. And I don't know. That was probably a frustration shot. Bad shot choice. You can get away with it a little bit more early on in the game in quarter number 1 than you can quarter number 4. I mean, and like I'll get into this league standings, and you'll really understand why every game means so darn much. And that is stolen, number 22, and right back at it. Pinnell active early here tonight. Number 10 for the Bulldogs. Start of the season, number 44. Decided to confuse me, flip over to number 10, but either way, he's been productive in both uniforms and having a heck of a start here early. Only a junior. He'll be back next year. Samo, nice pivot move and stays with the block. Jesse Samo's control in midair and his length, man, he is difficult to get around, and that Pinnell blocks from behind, but the Bulldogs get the putback, and that'll knock things up here at 5. So every game we do, every sport we do, you're going to start hearing me more and more animated, my voice more and more raspy, and then between sports it generally needs the week or two of rest. And a lot of pivot moves underneath here. He keeps getting his own rebound, and finally the Bulldogs able to secure it, none other than Lucas Pinnell. So touch in every category here early. And he's moving the ball up along with Dunn and Hamlin on the court. Samo to Dunn, back to Pinnell. Nice play, open shot, not there. And off the backboard, no good. Then
Pinnell almost had his second 3 of the night there.
Man, I know, that would have been one heck of a start, absolutely. But the Bulldogs, 5-5. See, that's why I said scrap the records, take them off the board. Doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. I mean, the Bulldogs sit in the division. Those numbers matter. I mean, they're sitting at 4-9. They need 5 or 6 probably to secure themselves a spot to get in. And when I say that there's 3 teams with 5, 2 teams with 4, foul in the bucket. So they'll go to the free throw line. That's number 24, Dante Desmarais, a sophomore, big guy. So he'll be productive for them for a couple more years. So the Bulldogs, obviously, I mean, if they drop this, then they become tied with East Greenwich, minus the tiebreaker. This game, the more I look at the standings, the more important it is. It really is. Every game's of equal value, I know, is the coach's motto, but at this point of the year, what's done is done. You only have 6 games to make your move now, and this would legitimately put them in a dead-on tie with each other. Crossover 3, no good. And the tiebreaker would go to EJ, but then again, there would be 5 games remaining. Nevertheless, a scenario the Bulldogs do not want to be in. They can create a 2-game advantage on the other end. Knocked out of bounds. Bulldogs will keep it, and inbound under their own hoop. Dunn will inbound. So 8-5, Avengers to get things started. Bulldogs back in action. We got basketball the rest of the week. Bulldogs in action Thursday. And he hangs in the air. Lucas Pinnell gets the bucket and the foul. 3-point play opportunity. And he's taking it to the hole. Possibility of a 3. He's drilled a 3. And we're live on the release. He'll try to finish the 3-point play for the Bulldogs and knot it up. And free throw's no good. Got 2 anyway. But still, those are the little things that kind of cut off the bottom quadrant of the division as far as playoffs go. I mean, you got at this point of the year, they're more and more clutch, and each one matters. And, you got away with a little sliding pivot foot, cross-court pass, dangerous, got away with that too. Dangerous pass in the middle, and somehow they got away with that too. Number 22 with it, head fake, 0 for the 3. Not where they needed to be, Bulldogs with the rebound. Sloppy on both ends there. Pinnell pushes. That had to be the game plan, a nice game plan it was. PG tries to finish a little bit strong, rebound goes to the Avengers. So 8-7 score early. No real whistles, a couple of 3-point play opportunities, legit whistles, and we have an evenly matched start here. Nice on the cut, and you're going to see teams try to do what LaSalle did. And good luck. I mean, yeah, we have a size advantage, but we do make up a great deal for it in speed, strength, and intensity. There's no doubt about it. But that being said, you can't make a comparison against that LaSalle team. I mean, that's you have to make an overall comparison to what you get out of the whole league. And you're not going to see a team that's going to be able to attack the Bulldogs like they did. The Bulldogs do a nice job under the hoop in general. They've been giving up a lot less offensive rebounds the past couple weeks in general, minus a game here or there. And another three-point shot, no good. And PT with the rebound. Not much going on for offense once you force the Avengers to set, I'm noticing. And Ben's mentioned that that's been the case a lot this year, using the pivot not much here. Same, I'm open here, and that's off the front end, no good. Nobody under the hoop here for the Bulldogs, but they're trying to get back. Really, the Avengers have not tried. That's out of control. And they're going to give them the benefit of the jump. Okay. If we had let go, we would have just fell down. And we have the arrow, so we take possession. 2:10 to go. Quarter number 1, 8-7. Our opponent is ahead. 6 minutes played. 8-7 score. I mean, that's not abnormally more low, but both teams still trying to feel their way into things. Samo with it, goes right hard up and in. Nice take all the way around by Jesse Samo from the left side and the right side of the paint and to the bucket with the finish. That's the key here. The finish. We preached it a few games. The Bulldogs probably could have stolen, but then they've stolen a couple of really amazing games. And the step inside is a whistle. And he's going to give credit for a shooting there. Let's see what they do. And it looks like they are. Number 2 is going to go to the line. That's Reese Macaron. He's a junior. So number 2 and number 22, probably the number they handle the ball the most. And number 2 is the first man in longest scouting report. First one's in that I received. And number 22 as well. Number 22 really doesn't average. He only averages 2 points per game. Number 2, however, is a different story. He's a lefty. Stands 6'3", and we're live. It's good. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And those points went the other way. Underneath, coming around, nothing there. He's going to take his spot. Mello to the rim and in with the foul. And the Bulldogs answer with their own three-point opportunity. Bulldogs seem to be playing, I know it's only 11-10, hopefully 12 momentarily, but they seem to be playing smoothly. They're in a little bit of a flow. Sometimes it takes them a little while. Even admittedly, we've spoken with the coach on the show, and they started cold and then had to overcome that the next 3 quarters. They seem like they're into a flow. I mean, they're not any kind of panic, anxiety mode. And the free throw is good. 3-point play complete. And Hamlin does his thing. Bulldogs up by 2. Little half-court trap there. And able to break it up. EG. Not particularly quick, but that little floater. And that is what is on the scouting report. Likes the running floater from 3 to 4. And that's what we've seen twice. To the hoop. He goes out of control there. A little bit ill-advised on that one, and the Bulldogs will lose the possession. We are knotted at 12, approaching a minute here in quarter number 1. And even as they get for 3, no good. That looks pretty good from this angle. Number 2, Andrew Peete with another rebound. He'll take it up. Over to Jesse Samo, 3-pointer, open, good. Just what the doctor ordered here. Gives the Bulldogs a 15-12 advantage. Samo seems to be just heating up as the season goes on. He's that type of player. He is a pressure player. He's money in the pressure situation we saw last week. And a nice steal around his back. Peete to keep it in bounds. Another nice assist by Samo to Orjiri. But hey, folks, the benefit of watching this again, you got to see that save by Andrew Peete around his back to keep it in bounds. And boy, came to play off the injury today. On his day, his senior project, he didn't. He's not messing around. He has hit every category early. First quarter in the books. Bulldogs looking pretty good here off the rip. 17 for the Dogs, 12 for the Avengers. As we head to quarter number 2, we will take a quick break. And welcome back, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside Ben Barber and Dave DeAngelis, owners. We are 3-2-1 Westerly. And a good first quarter for the Bulldogs. They come away with a 5-point lead. They haven't committed that many turnovers, really, at all, now that I think about it. They've run their way to the free throw line a little bit. They're playing calm and controlled, and with more and more on the line as these games count down. And this is where your special players step up, and that's what you're seeing here already here from the Bulldogs. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get any easier. They go to Narragansett, and they are essentially a half a game ahead of the Bulldogs. At 4-8 coming in. I mean, I could get into this record mess, and nobody listening would probably be able to follow, nor would I be able to follow. So, bottom line is, this really is of vital importance because a win gives them the head-to-head and a 2-point advantage. A loss puts them in a tie, and they lose the head-to-head advantage. So that's a big deal. And the Bulldogs playing like it. They didn't have that cold start that they fell victim to last week, even a little bit the week before. Trying to play big inside. Is there a whistle? And no whistle at all. Must not have got his feet ready, though. But Jerry does a nice job of that, of stepping in and taking the hit. Kick out. Brayman, nice look to finish his Jesse Samo. He's putting up numbers here. Nice look by Tyler Brayman.
Those passes are so crisp tonight.
Yeah, they look like they got the flow going here.
And everybody's open. I mean, there were 2 or 3 looks that they didn't even go to that seemed open that time.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of settling into whether it be plays, whether it be, you never know, a little voodoo thing with the benefit tonight. You never know, good things like that. Who knows? But I know that Andrew Petey, coming back off injury, is showing no signs of it. That he has come off to a hot start. Again, 19-12, and the jumper is good, but that's good. So that'll bring him to 14. So, I mean, do I say this game would give the Bulldogs their 5th league win and put them into a huge march of 5. One more would certainly lock things up. They have the potential to win every one of them that's remaining. And you know what, Coach Fazaro, that's the attitude he takes. Brayman from the baseline, no good. And the Avengers come away with the rebound as they are forced to press, and they're not that great at it. And there you go. Turnover forced by the Bulldogs. And Hamlin, no extra step. They got fortunate there. Brayman had a chance at 3. Kicks it far side, PT. And it's a little bit short. Nobody underneath for the rebound. But that's okay. They're getting back. They really are defensively. 2 points scored by each team here in the second, and steal number 2 in the second quarter. And nice pass from a distance. And we got to remember on that same buzzer beater and the coach brought it up on the show Saturday morning. That was such a good look by Romello Hamlin across court, and the ability to put it where he did to find Jesse Samo for that shot. I mean, that's not something that you normally see out of a high school athlete. That's that little special sauce that the Bulldogs have, and that special bond that Jesse Samo and Romello Hamlin certainly have grown through the years. And that might be a whistle for a timeout, and it is timeout on the floor. Not sure who called it. Is that what we got going on? No, we're staying on the floor. Travel call, probably. Travel call. That's what I thought was first. So number 0 for East Greenwich will inbound, or Jerry on the inbound. Number 0 being JV and David. Only one freshman on the floor, number 21. He's not even on the floor at the moment for the Avengers. And again, the feeder programs, we were talking about that as well on the show. I mentioned that a lot this week. We covered a lot of topics, but they're doing a fantastic job. I couldn't find another article newer than the last game, but it's saying 3-pointer good by the Avengers. So, I mean, it's going to be a battle, bottom line. Strap on. And Bulldogs, both middle school boys and girls, last I knew were 9-0, obviously on top of their divisions, and by a great deal. And that is just fantastic news. I'll keep everybody posted throughout the week. And 3, good. Jerry nails it for the Bulldogs. Big answer. lead back to 7. And the hustle steal. Picked off. 3-pointer baseline. Bang, bang. Bulldogs add 6 off of the turnover. And it is now a 10-point lead. Bulldogs just, I don't know, something a little smoother about them this evening. I don't know what it is. And that is I thought he got a hand on it. Nevertheless, we're going to find out right now. And nope, Bulldogs will take it. So the 3-pointer is no good, and the Bulldogs will take possession with a 10-point advantage. Timeout on the floor by the Avengers. Undoubtedly, coach trying to break up momentum a little bit here. A good crowd on hand for the Bulldogs. And so set to go here for the Bulldogs. They have Narragansett next, and that'll be in 2 days. That is in Narragansett. And that leaves them with Cranston West, North Kingstown, Classical, Woonsocket. Cranston West is in Cranston. We will not have access to that. Then there's North Kingstown, Classical, and Woonsocket. Down the stretch. Nitty gritty. Same deal with the girls team. They're not quite in, I don't want to say emergency mode. I don't believe in as much of an emergency mode as the boys. They do have 7 wins. However, there's like 3 teams in their bracket. There's 3 A, B, and C in Division 1 in girls, and there's 3 teams within a game of each other. So I don't know how that all breaks down. I'll try to figure that out. Nice passing. We're gonna get a whistle against the Bulldogs. I think it was a travel on Jesse Samo. That's what I'm gonna call everything I'm not sure of tonight, just a travel. Not a very physical game thus far. Haven't had a lot of whistles, and it's moving along quickly. And out of control pass, and Jerry finding his way here. Stop and pop, didn't need to. Banged it. They're playing with confidence, every one of them. They really are. Passes are crisp. Shot percentage a lot higher than it has been in the first half of a game, and probably, I mean, including wins in a long time. I don't know how long, but they have started this game off with a great shooting percentage, forced themselves to the hoop with great results. They've had 2 3-point play opportunities. They're doing things that you got to do down the line, A, to make the playoffs, and 3, to do damage in the playoffs. And Fazaro takes the hit, no call. Oh, that was Wajiri. Up over the top to Fazaro, is what I meant to say. Eric Fazaro, Jesse Samo, a little hesitation, finds some space. Stripped on the way out, off of Samo's knee. And EG will take it down 12. So a fast pace, I'm going back and forth quick, but a pace the Bulldogs are going to continue, allow the game to roll in, because it's definitely in their favor. They are putting things together on a night they really needed to. Strip, nice strip. I didn't think it was Ojiri, to be honest with you, knocked it loose. And Lucas Pinnell to the hoop and in. Boy, oh boy. Getting contributions everywhere. Romello Hamlin may not have a lot of points, but what he's doing, he's attracting a lot of attention. Another turnover. Westerly, things are out of control. Ball's bouncing everywhere. Who to go off of? Bulldogs have it. And pretty soon you need another timeout, but looks like they're just going to go to substitution, and we're going to see Ojiri come back in momentarily on the next whistle. 31-17 Westerly. 14-point advantage here, quarter number 2. Tuesday night on top of the hill here, Federico Gymnasium. 5 games remain after this one. 4 league victories. Need a couple more to be sure. Off the glass and in. Eric Fazaro and the Bulldogs, let me tell you, whatever they all ate for dinner last night, they should have the night before every game the rest of the way. Their shooting percentage is excellent.
One would have to assume it was probably Pooch's Poorhouse, which is their favorite place to go.
There you go. Good, perfect time to hit them. Nice passing. Back and forth off the steal. Man, oh man, oh man. EG forced to call the timeout. And this Wesley team, let me tell you, has taken the court on fire like a new team. And you kind of got to do that. Every game he emphasized, and I'll be quiet as the lady cheerleaders have their first opportunity to put on a show. And the dog pound in bottom right of your screen as the Bulldogs get some more instructions. And the Avengers don't have a deep bench. I counted 3 or 4 players. That is it. And I've already seen 2 or 3 of them in. So that being said,
By
the
the way,
Bulldogs
Greg.
stay for it. Good.
By the way, Greg, we have a comment here that both WMS boys and girls teams won tonight, which makes them 10-0 in the regular season.
Wow, that is a day in advance. Live headlines. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for the update. So our boys and girls middle school basketball teams both remain undefeated after being victorious yet again tonight. They are both 10-0. And man, I'll tell you what, I know as a coach, Coach Cesaro is going to focus on his team this year, but that got to give you a little smile on the back here. On the back end of things. That is so impressive. Congratulations to the coaching staff of both teams. What a job they are doing and what a job they've done. And like I said, I'll keep you posted the best I can, but the best up-to-date information we get is straight from the fans and families. So I love when you call in, text in, whatever you're doing. Bulldogs with it. 16-point advantage. Liddell, the 3 blocked out of bounds. Bulldogs will hold possession. Refs have let them play. Like again, it hasn't been all that physical. Maybe that's an issue with the East Greenwich squad. We have seen better teams on the court, better opponents take the court. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not going to take anything away from the effort the Bulldogs are putting forth tonight. I mean, their defense and shooting percentage, bottom line, shooting percentage is shooting percentage. So, I mean, if they shoot at this shooting percentage on a lot of different days prior to tonight, they'd have a lot of wins in some tight games that they weren't able to pull out. So far this season has had 2 huge successes for the Bulldogs. The pile up in the court from the holiday tournament championship, especially for the seniors. And then the buzzer beater by Samo, another one on your opposing court. And East Providence couldn't have been more gracious about the whole situation. And it was just great to see these guys who have worked so hard. And they're not done. Offensive foul, no block. Whoa, he changed his call, didn't he? I could have sworn they had mine in the head, and I see Coach Cesaro with him over there. Well, following the official down the sideline and making the same gesture. So that will send EG to the line. He definitely put his hand on his head and then switched it. Either way, fortunately, they're up 16. He'll go to the line for 2. And this Bulldog squad is just, they're loaded. 1 day off, and they are off to Narragansett. And then they got 1 day off, and they're off to Cranston. And then they get a couple days off. Not a lot, but they get 3 days off after that. So this is a tough little stretch here. Big game tonight, and then you got 1 day break to Narragansett, 1 day break to Cranston. And those teams, let me see where they're looking at. Narragansett's within a game. Cranston's a division below. And they are not doing well in the division below. Although, that's just, who needs a non-league game? I don't know. That's getting my opinion. Who needs a non-league game in the final 3 games of the season? That does nothing but provide your team an opportunity of getting injured. I'm not going to go on a main diatribe over it, although the new system that Coach explained, that's going to Coach Pizzato explain on the show. Again, tune in, folks. You'll get a lot of great guests, and they do a lot of clarification that we don't know. And Coach Pizzato explained how all the sports are going to a point system. Each win has different values depending on where your opponents are at. This year, that is not the case. My point, Cranston West, therefore, is a non-league game. And all the way to the rim and in, uncontested almost, and 13-point Bulldog advantage. Pinnell, another 3-pointer wide open, and it's off the mark. And that was at the buzzer. So at the half, the Bulldogs, with a pretty comfortable advantage, they have held the pace the entirety of this game. They got to come out blazing it in the third quarter. However, you can't take anything for granted. Halftime score, Bulldogs 35, Avengers 24. We'll take a break and see if they have a show for us setting up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Westerly High School dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the dance team and the cheerleaders, please. We also have a very special announcement tonight. Our Westerly Middle School boys and girls basketball team both just finished their regular season undefeated. Big round of applause for the Westerly Middle School boys and girls. Congratulations.
All right, Greg, it is halftime, and it's been a heck of a game so far. We have an 11-point lead right now for the Bulldogs. It's Andrew Petey's senior project, which is wonderful. And that's it's a great night for it, honestly.
Yeah, I think from what I can see, we have a great crowd on hand for a Tuesday night game. Not that we don't get a good crowd every night, but I think a lot of it's because of that senior project. I think a lot of people came together for him. It was a great idea, and it stemmed all the way back to that tunnel they created their last home game. So it's going on, and he's done a great job. And coming back off injury, he's had a great start. And we are where we are. I honestly, I'm gonna say I think a lot of the reasons, two reasons. One is our shooting percentage, and we needed to break out of that early cold funk we've been in for almost 2 weeks really now. Fought through a couple of those games for victories, fortunately, but we didn't start off particularly cold at all. We've done a nice job attacking the rim, several 3-point play opportunities the hard way. That being said, I think we're better athletes straight up on the court, and I think if we had a rough night, I still think we'd probably come out with a victory against this team, and you're not going to get another one of those games from my perspective the rest of the way, I don't believe. That
Greg,
takes no credit away from EG or anything like that. I'm a numbers guy, so I'm just looking purely in numbers and season-long numbers. The rest of the way, it's going to be daunting, but not impossible. Go ahead.
We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so I was just gonna say I'm just gonna put us both on screen, since you have your. I want to show people the little studio that you have set up. So, let's take a look at this. I love the little studio. Tell us what's behind you.
Oh, I got some Bulldog apparel, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, a couple different shirts up to my right. Just kind of get me in the flow, the mental flow of things while I'm here. I got if I had a camera above me, I got paperwork all around me. It's my mess.
Yeah, we've all seen that before.
I like having my own little spot for my mess, and I get in my zone over here. This is my Zen spot. I love it.
It's great. I think it's funny. We've had the office for 6 months. Nothing on the walls. We let you take home a computer and the headset, and you set up a little studio behind you immediately.
Took over the kitchen. Yep.
You took over the kitchen. You set up a little studio.
No more kitchen table. It is my studio. Yeah. I love it. I do. I love it. I'm so glad we got a game the rest of the week. I'm excited, and I promised my intensity grows for each game, regardless of the sport or whatever, in this last third, and it's starting tonight. It would have started last night had there been a game, but it started tonight, and these games mean everything. They really do. And if for some reason they don't go your way, I mean, these seniors, they're wrapping it all up. Some won't play again, that kind of stuff. So I kind of try to feel all of those emotions for those guys and turn it into energy in my announcing for them, because they really do deserve it. And I love it on the bottom, the Gloria Gemma link that you'll get. All you got to do is click the link,
and then it comes to this page right here, this donation page, and you can just make a quick donation. You can donate as a company, and you can send in some personal information if you want there. You can keep anonymous. You can let people know. You can donate in the name of somebody. You can make it a one-time donation, a weekly donation, whatever it may be. But this is a fantastic cause, and we want to give a huge shout out to Andrew Petey. And also, we're glad that he's back. He happens to be back tonight for this game, which is just fantastic. So we are about to start. I'm going to take the two of us. Well, Dave's going to take the two of us off screen and get ready back for some Bulldogs basketball.
Here we go. And we are entering the second half here, folks, of a game the Bulldogs lead by 11. They've controlled the pace, the tempo. They've played very under control, aggressive defense. Hasn't been an overly physical game on either end. Turn around, and it is off the mark to start. I think the Bulldogs, I'll open and say at this point, now that I've seen the half, I think the better athletes on the court in general. plus the fact that they didn't start this game on a cold streak. They're able to come out with that rebound. They being the Avengers, so all the way to the hoop he goes. Tries to switch it up, no good. Good D by Samo. Samo has deceiving length. He gets a lot of block all the way to the hoop, up and no whistle, but in somehow. I have no idea how. Romello Hamlin maneuvered that puppy up and in. It's their control in the air that I love. That is so impressive to me. And the Bulldogs lead 37-24. So Bulldogs with 4 league wins coming in. 6 will probably guarantee him a shot, according to the coach, and 5 would even give them that possibility. They're not looking at that. They're looking for 1 win here tonight. Then they get 1 day off, they go to Narragansett. They're going to look for 1 win, and they get 1 day off. They go to Cranston. And then that's a non-league game. And then they get 3, and they have to face North Kingstown. So really, games that matter as far as playoffs go, it'd be 1 tonight, 2, 3, 4, 5 remaining games, counting this one. That makes it even more vital that they get a W in this one. This team, and Coach Rosario mentioned that he was speaking with one of the other coaches, and the other team did a nice job of getting a hand on it, and Dunn tries to get a pass through the legs of the defender, but the deflection went back to him. The Westerly is not going to be a team you're going to want to run into early in the playoffs, let me tell you. Samo has it, top of the keys to Pinnell. Off the dribble, little floater, not there. Slow start, both squads in the second half here. I mean, the East Greenwich is just a little unorganized. He'll go to the hoop and get fouled, and about what I'm about to say, what they're doing is a little crazy. They get a 3-point play opportunity. Number 24 is listed as a forward, Dante Desmarais, sophomore. Went coast to coast there for the Bulldogs. Free throw is good, and back to 11. Hamlin has it. No press out of the Avengers. I think their bench is so short, they got to run press few and far between. Pinnell tries to power it. Nice defense by number 24, I'm going to call you, because your last name's tricky. And Bulldogs up out of nowhere. Dunn disrupts it, can't quite end the steal, and the 3-pointer's no good. They have not been hot from 3 all night long. 10-point Bulldog advantage. And by the looks of things, yeah, that's unfortunate. The shot's up and no good. Rebound Avengers. Bulldogs senior night happens to be versus Classical. Fortunately, each team gets a draw and they get 1 or 2 teams a couple times rather than 1. And the Bulldogs draw Classical, and they're 13-0 at the moment. So that's unfortunate. So I don't know. Do you take that off the board as a possibility of a win? I mean, you never want to do that before you play the game. But if you do, then you're looking at 4 games that control where you sit. I can bring it down to I can tell you this twice, I know. And Dunn on the court a lot more for this Bulldog team here as the season progressed. Like I said, it's probably dual reasons. Shot for Hamlin. Good from 3, and the Bulldogs strike and get back over that 10-point mark. They want to win the second half. I mean, they're not happy with just the first half of play and scraping by. They can't afford that. And frankly, there's too much talent on the team for it. They've worked hard. And up and no good. Bulldogs try to race down the rebound, unable to do it. Offensive rebound. Number 24, lefty pass across the gym. And the 3 is good. That was a pretty play. Somewhat similar to the Hamlin-Samo play, but Hamlin's pass, if you actually watch that replay, boy, I went between 2 guys, skipped and right up to Samo. That was an impressive look. Underneath. PT up and good. 2 more for the man of the night, and a timeout on the court. Andrew PT tacks on 2 more on what you can call his night, a senior project. One of several things he did. Bulldogs, it's an Avenger timeout. Bulldogs with a 10-point advantage here. Quarter number 3, Sal's here. Federico Gymnasium. So I'm getting excited about the spring already. Jesus, playoffs hasn't even started yet. All right, so Bulldogs go from here to Narragansett. Narragansett will be playing in the meantime, probably tonight. They sit at 4-8. Bulldogs sit at 4-9. So the next one's what a big game. Can't wait for it. I mean, I actually get excited during the day for these games, especially this time of the year, because I mean, this is when miracles happen. And unfortunately, it's also the time of year at the end of it all, you say goodbye to a few players. And nice D on the inbound by the Bulldogs. Hammond got a hand on it and went out on him. And I didn't realize, back in the day when I played, I didn't know you could participate in 4 sports, but Sid Haig successfully does that. She was an all-stater for soccer. She is the point guard on the basketball team. She placed 6 in the 600 at the Yale Invitational track meet. And she will go on and play lacrosse in the spring. That's pretty impressive. Well, I saw her name in a different sport, another sport. And I heard the announcement in the gym. I think it's fantastic that you're getting these updates. The whole town's excited. So that finished the regular season for the middle school boys and girls. 3-pointer, number 24, and he's playing a little outside his realm. I think he should be down low. Anyway, that was the end of the regular season for the boys and the girls middle school Bulldogs basketball team. 10-0, perfect regular season. A little bit different how they got there. The boys had to fight hard through a couple games, and were able to come out on top of each of them. Travel called on the Avengers. The girls, however, I don't know what their average points per victory was, but when we had the guest host, John Cesaro, which was a lot of fun, I'll do it again anytime. He had mentioned how these games were happening and that starters were playing about a quarter. And sure enough, the next game, 32-8, was the score after 1 quarter. And that's insane. And I think that was against another unbeaten team to top it all also. So impressive, fun stuff. Same thing goes for the football team. Same thing goes for soccer.
And to answer the questions before they get asked, as Jesse Samo steps up to the charity stripe, we are looking into streaming the playoffs, or recording the playoffs, or doing something with the middle school basketball teams and their historic seasons. And Jesse Samo hits both from the line to put the Bulldogs lead to 12. So we're looking into it, Greg. I don't know the answers yet. It's going to take some conversations with the coaches, the parents, looking at the schedules of what we're already committed to with the high school teams, and see if everything lines up. If they do, though, we'd love to, support the middle school teams as much as we can, and shout out to them, because that's just a fantastic season that they have had.
Absolutely, Ben. I think right now people know enough about you that if it's possible, it's something you'd want to do, and do your best to make it happen. There's no doubt about that. I know there's so many logistics I don't think people are aware of. I'm only aware of barely the beginning of them that go into even getting one of these games off. So I know you're also in talks with PB football next year. I mean, it's fantastic. It gets me so excited because it's just more and more games. Games. I love them. But yeah, that would be great if that could happen. Nevertheless, it's just fantastic. It is happening. That between 20 games played in that middle school, they're 20-0. That's just pretty cool stuff. So Bulldogs holding the 10-point advantage here, and a good chant out of their crowd. They did get a nice turnout here for Andrew P.T.'s senior project. Yeah, and
it's a
I'm grateful for your love of sports too, by the way, there, Ben.
Oh, I hate sports. It's a heck of a turnout for a Tuesday night.
That's what I mean. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think a lot of people know the intricacies. Same 03, big one, and it rims up and out. The ins and outs of details, as far as a coach would or a person like me who has all day long to stare at numbers, and then somehow they always change during the game time. But like how important this game is to go ahead of this team by 2 games plus the tiebreaker essentially locks them out behind you. Essentially, having lost this, what a different story. You're now tied with them, and they have the tiebreaker. So I mean, that's a huge, huge difference. I think the coach got that across to his players. Wanted them to play under control because I'm seeing that. This is probably the most we've seen out of a set offense from the Bulldogs all year.
Yeah, this
They
has
do a
just
lot
been
of
an
this.
absolutely beautiful game to watch.
Yeah, it really has. It was smooth right off the start. They didn't have that 13 to whatever deficit to chase early. And I hope things just keep improving with this team. You know that we'll hear more from him before we hear the coach on Saturday. Blocked by Samo and other. And there's that length that he can block it from 9 feet away. And 3's up and no good. That'll do it. 3/4 in the books. Bulldogs up by 10. 44 for Westerly, 34 for the Avengers. Quarter number 4 on its way. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
And we are back as the team's making their final adjustments to head into quarter number 4 here, folks. It's fantastic. I'm so grateful, that Coach Fazzaro comes on the show every week and is so just candid and brings his players on. And it shows his love for what he's doing. But he also gives me a scouting report prior to these games. And let me tell you, when I say there's no one game that's more important than the other, I'll tell you right now, the scouting report for this game is as long as any other game or longer that I've had all year. 2 pages long. Every single player on their roster has stuff that has been scouted and has information. So much effort goes in to what we see in this one game. With some of those coaches on that sideline, and let me tell you, that part of the roster. Read their names. They do so much stuff behind the scenes to make this whole thing happen. Same thing for the girls team. But it all comes down to this. It comes down to, okay, there's 5 more games after this. Ones versus classical. You never say a game's unwinnable, and that's not the case. But ones versus classical, nevertheless, and they're 13-0. So that leaves you 4 more after this that you have a better chance of winning. You always have a chance, but you have a better chance of winning. Take today down. It looks like they may, hopefully. And you just got to chase every game like they will, because a lot of their careers are sitting on it. And that's another thing I'd like to speak to the seniors about, if any of them plan on moving on and playing at the next level. Cross court pass to Samo, baseline, and we're back to Samo. We're working the perimeter here, no rush. Underneath, nice spot by Dunn. Defended, ball's gonna move still, stops. No, boy.
That's awesome.
I don't see that a lot.
Boo. I wanted him to keep it up. I wanted him to stay up there.
And unfortunately, it's a miss. So that would have been a 3-point play opportunity.
Technically, that,
Didn't go in.
it didn't. I mean, but also, he swatted it from the rim. I think that's technically goaltending.
That could have been that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just
And
messing around.
it could have been a lot of things. But this is a fun Tuesday night, and we got games every other night. And like I said, I promised you intensity, and boy, oh boy, it's going to be bigger and better every night. Honestly, it's gonna It's going to be a fun 2 week. You say 2-3 week with their playoff flurry. It's a flurry. It really is. Next week wraps up the 2 weeks. Yeah, next week wraps up the regular season. Then you go playoffs. If you're playing 3 weeks, now that means you're making a little noise in the playoffs. So I wish I had somebody that could explain the breakdown. I know if you go on the site and go to their tournament, there's a tree that'll pop up for me in the upcoming days or week. It never works out to be the way they actually play it, though. So I don't want to bring it out there incorrectly like I have every other year. And up and over the middle, rebound Samo. He'll move it forward to Hamlin. And dribbling away. Again, the Bulldogs with a nice setup offense, and no one really crashing the boards, and now you have two defenders behind, so that's, if you're going to have two catching up, then they should be underneath fighting for rebounds. Doing some heavy lifting underneath, just can't really connect with number 0 for the Avengers, and another near steal. He'll get whistled on the diving attempt. Nice defensive. You're gonna get that out of the Bulldogs all day long. They are not afraid to hit the floor. I don't know how long this game really has been, but I know there has been. It's moved right along. It seems like
Not long.
Right from the start.
It's been an hour and 1 minute.
Wow, and we're in the fourth quarter. That's crazy. That's not a lot of free throws.
Actually, that's
clean
not even
game.
true,
That's
'cause
just
I spoke. We had a couple ads since we went live, and I spoke for a little bit. So it's been less than an hour, and we're already in the fourth quarter.
wow. But they bounced 2 in. We're in single digits, so we got to pay attention, and we got to play basketball here until the last. Everyone knows the last. They say 2. I'll go with 4. Last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Anything can happen, and it seems like we've been able to put this thing away. Number 24, he's going to try to finish, and he does. And we are now down to 7, folks. We've had that opportunity. We're not more than 1 miss away from a timeout, I don't think. And with that 14-point lead, 13-point lead several times, even a couple with the ball, the hand on the throat, they'd call it. And we couldn't quite put them away, and we have floated at 10 and 11 for a long time. No cross-court pass. Swings back. Pinnell has it, puts it on the ground, over to Samo, back to Pinnell.
And I like how the Bulldogs are taking their time.
Yeah, you just read my mind. I like how there's no panic, and there's nowhere to go there, but they got fortunate.
Oh, wow.
And the shot clock violation, so the Bulldogs, great D by the Avengers. Timeout Wesley. I just said they weren't more than 1 miss away from a needed timeout, and there's your miss, there's your timeout.
And if you're going to get the timeout, it's good to take more than half of a minute off the clock first.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the Bulldogs right now with a 7-point advantage, the smallest advantage since the first half. Probably smallest advantage since the first quarter, maybe even. Now this is why I said right off the start, you throw the records out because it comes down to the end. And this is a situation, folks. And we do have our cheerleaders performing, so I hope we're all multitasking or just mute me. But this is a situation.
And huge shout out to the cheerleaders, too, for getting into the spirit tonight with the pink socks and the pink pom-poms.
The Bulldogs right here, this is the type of situation where which determines, are you a playoff team? Are you not a playoff team? I mean, you've held the lead this entire game. Now it's getting a little fuzzy. Now you got to get together, step up, and do what needs to be done. That's just the bottom line. And I would imagine Coach Cesaro said the same thing to his guys. Avengers ball, 7-point
Lisa,
deficit.
how much time is Lisa? Can you show us the scoreboard, please? Huge shout out to our camera operator, Lisa. And next time we're down the court that way. Don't worry about it.
And they're just going to attack the rim and look for a foul. A nice D by the Bulldogs and the long rebound of the Mello Hamlin. They did exactly like you're supposed to. They did not foul out. You know what? That's another thing I read, and I can't talk. Those are the things I can't say on air. But That was
4 minutes and 30
defended
seconds
exactly
left in the
as they trained to defend. They wanted to defend when East Greenwich attacked the hoop, and they've done that a few times tonight, drawing fouls. And that right there was what the epitome of what he was trying to translate, Coach Cesaro, that is. Bulldogs, nice pass inside off the backboard. No score. We are halfway through quarter number 4. 7-point game, folks. That's anybody's game. 4 minutes is a lifetime. 24 loves to shoot it. Drops it again. Oh my gosh. 4-point ball game. Strap up, buck up, dog pound, wake up. Never take things for granted. Did they get a little lackadaisical? I don't know. All I know is that 14 went to 4. And it is anybody's game now. And this would be all the way to the hoop. He goes, band, draws the much-needed foul. Senior does what he needs to do to stop the flow of the play, prevent the need for another timeout, and get yourself to the free throw line. Mellow Hamlin, all those things, because he is an excellent senior. Thankfully, ball was in his hands. Holy smokes. The Avengers just hung around. And a few little mistakes. Shooting percentage got cold. They seem to have that quarter. And the first one's off. Oh boy, this is big right here. I'm gonna just get towards leaving it on a straight point on the court here. We're live on the release. I've already explained the difference between winning and losing this thing. You're either 2 games ahead plus the tiebreaker, or you're tied without the tiebreaker. And misses both. Oh, man, has that quieted the dog pound down? It's quieted me down a bit here, folks. It is time to take things a little bit more serious. Pass outside, shot, deep, ill-advised. Should have let his team try, but he gets a long rebound. And we have a foul, and that's going to be against the Bulldogs. Turned into him. That is not going to be a free throw, I don't think. No, they're going to inbound under their own hoop here. 4-point ball game. 3 minutes to go here in the vicinity in quarter number 4 of a game the Bulldogs led by double digits 90% of. 4 points, 2 possessions, number 0 backing down through 2, gets his foul. That should have been an offensive. Got right into the chin of Hamlin. Hopefully he's okay. But he was moving his feet, so it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't an offensive, but nevertheless, Hamlin banged up a tiny bit. Hopefully he doesn't have to get off the court, and we can bring it to 2 points. This is pretty insane, folks. Pretty insane. First shot is no good. Boy, oh boy, does the Bulldogs need that. That keeps it. Well, let me see what
I
happens
am
here.
gripped to the screen right now.
Oh I'm
like-
4 inches from the screen. I swear to God, I had just sat up. I am 4 inches from this thing. I love high school sports. I do, and I love what East Greenwich is doing too. Rebound there. Bulldog needed the 0-2 trip to the line. Will that be what kills the Avengers in the end? We'll see the final score here. We still got a lot of ball to play. Maybe the Bulldogs. What we were saying was. They were playing calmly. Maybe they were playing a little slower than Coach would have liked. I don't want to say lackadaisically. I mean, somehow they allowed the comeback to occur. They got to fix it, even with a win. And right now, not getting much space. Pinnell, that's a tough one. And he gets it to go.
Beautiful.
Right-handed, one-hander from the baseline, forces the EG timeout. 6-point lead. What a game-changing shot.
Lisa, can we get
shot
the scoreboard?
that was.
Lisa,
47-41. Yeah, we're under 3 here at least.
I think with the fouls, we might be right at 3. Lisa, could you grab the scoreboard in a second? Or,
There we are. Yeah, we are 2.5.
Oh,
6-point
man.
lead. Coming down to it.
This is a nail.
I mean,
biter.
honest, I think this is what it's going to be like the rest of the way, folks. I mean, maybe it'll be like Classical is beatable. And there are teams, you know what I mean? Classical, a huge upset could happen. Bulldogs had 2 pig piles on the court. That could be their 3rd. But the rest of these teams, the Bulldogs can play with every one of them. And I'm going to be honest, every one of them probably can play right with us. They're going to be some tough, exciting games. They really are. look, as far as record goes, we all match up close. So there's so much to be determined, and tonight's win is just a huge thing for the Bulldogs as far as getting into the Division I playoffs.
But they got to hold on to it.
Oh boy, do they! They got Jesse on number 24 now because he's number 0 is pretty much a shot every time he gets it. Doesn't necessarily go in. It
And
did
that
that
one
time.
does fall.
5-point game, so we're still at 2 possession. One would have to be a 3-4-point game. Suddenly it became 4-point game there. Bad math on my part. Oh, Jerry has it. Swings. Petey jammed up underneath and the steal. Trying to throw it off his leg or something, but ooh, that hesitation could have almost crossed him, didn't. So 4-point game, Avengers ball. We got 2 minutes to go. Quarter number 4. Federico Gymnasium. And he goes up the foul and the bucket. Holy smokes, folks.
Oh,
You
God.
can smell the playoff effort in the air. I mean, in this East Greenwich team, folks, even with the win of the Bulldogs team, they may not be able to make the playoffs, I don't think. And look at what you're seeing. It's the spoiler roll. It's, this would be tough thing to recover from emotionally and record standpoint, and it's good he does it. We have a 1-point ball game. We have a Westerly timeout. You can read the frustration on their faces, so that tells you where momentum's at. You don't need anyone to tell you where momentum's at. We were leading by 14, 1-point game. That's high school sports, folks. That's why I absolutely love it. You call this work? That's a joke. It really is. This is insane. This is so exciting. You're seeing these guys everything they got, and it's down to 1 point.
Dave?
So you're gonna have it's gonna be a tough video day because let me tell you, they'll examine the first half for about 5 minutes, and then the coach is gonna go right to the second half because it's obviously been a different story. They built up to a 14-point lead, and I don't. The term is they let it evaporate. They don't let it really happen, but it did. And bottom line is they got to finish now. They need their seniors to step up as they are quite capable of and have done before this season. Hamlin has it. When it's only a 1-point game, the clock is on nobody's side. It's one possession, so you need to score when you're given the opportunity. Brayman finds his way through underneath, sneaky spot. Great look by Orgiri, and the Bulldogs out of the timeout. Great play, Coach Cesaro. That was big. That was really big. That brings it to 3. It's still one possession, but, man, that one goes, and he shoots every time he touches the ball. But he's also getting the whistle. You don't want to give him a 3-point chance. 1-point ball game. No look pass. Dangerous. Picked off. Oh, not the time for, I don't want to say it was fancy. It was a deception attempt, but you got to be sure what you're doing. 3-pointer, top of it, and that could have been big trouble. They get their own rebound, though. And here's number 0. It's going to go to number across the court. 24 at the bottom, and Brayman over the top, over the back, gets the foul, and I'm looking up top. That may put him in the penalty. It does. So they're going to go in. Did he explain something about no 1-and-1s? Is that next year, or is that really what
You
happened?
go to the line, and once you're in penalties, if you go to the line, it's 2 every time.
Okay, so then it's 2 free throws here.
Yep.
Wow, they could lose the lead. And now, Bulldogs literally, because of the last 3 misses at the free throw line, will at worst case be tied. And he makes a second tie game. Wow, 14 to a tie. Man, oh man, players don't love it, coaches don't love it, I love it. And there's a timeout on the floor. We are getting down to it here at Federico Gymnasium. If you're a Bulldog fan, player, coach, I don't know. What happened?
Oh
30.7 seconds to go. We're going to need to know how much time is rolling here as much as possible. I'm missing plays for certain here. So there is a shot clock on, as you can see right below the video there. 28. So there's an overlap in 2.7 seconds, not much of an overlap. If you're the Bulldogs, what do you do? What do you do? Do you take your opportunity and try to get the lead? Or do you wait it out and try to take the last shot, knowing they're going to get a couple seconds, but not much clean off? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. Whatever's worked the most successfully, they're probably going to go there tonight. I love it that it's not for me to decide. But I will tell you right now, my frozen pizza will taste better tonight if the Bulldogs pull us out.
Lisa, stay wide as much as possible. Stay wide as much as possible. If we are down on the right side of the court, stay wide. I want to see the scoreboard while we're watching the game when possible on the right side.
And that's where we are headed. Bulldogs got a half a minute to go. Wow, wow, wow. That's why you play the game. Man, oh man, I thought we were just comfortably going to walk away with this for a minute, then I forgot. It's high school sports. That's never. And Hamlin has it. They're taking it slow without a doubt. And we are down to 20. And they are going to hold it for last shot, so that's the decision. Hamlin looking, waiting, and there we go. They're on the clock. They're going to make their move here at about the 7-second mark generally. And Hamlin has it. He's going to swing. And they get it to Samuel. They tried to set a pick, nothing there. Hamlin, he waits. He's fouled. Did he get it off? He didn't even get the shot off, folks. The buzzer was in his hands, and I'll tell you what, it was just one too many pump fakes. Bulldogs get the shot clock violation, which is going to give East Greenwich the chance technically to win this thing here. The violation, where do they get the ball in? I think they're talking about it right now, and that means everything. I mean, you need 0.3 for a tip in, 0.7 for some semblance of a shot.
Yep.
Wow, this is disheartening. No, I mean, it is what it is. Well, I love it. Kudos to this Avengers squad. They got less players in the gym. They never gave up. Straight up never gave up. I mean, I got to watch this one back and see what happened. I'm kind of flabbergasted. I know that the end, number 24 suddenly showed up in the second half, and he was no part, him and number 0. Javian David, a senior, and the sophomore there, Dante Desmarais. And between the two of them, they did a number. They decimated us here late. So, crazy situation. Never thought there would be time on the board here and a chance to lose this puppy. We're looking this way. What do we got going on here? I'm thoroughly
It looks
confused.
like they're going to have to
happening.
inbound from the baseline.
It looks like Jesse Samuel is standing at the free throw line. Let's see that. All right. All right, here we go. They got 1.7. They're going to have to throw it pretty much the length of the court. Turn around and flinger. And they'll go overhand, and we're going to overtime. Holy cow, folks. What a game we have here. It's going to come down to, I believe, 5 minutes. 5-minute overtime period is what I believe. I could be mistaken. I guess we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for some overtime. Folks, 14-point swing in the second half. Visiting Avengers knotted up, 49-49. 4-minute overtime period. 4 minutes left to go in this match, and what a swing. Win or loss is such a big swing. A win, as I said, knots up East Greenwich and the Bulldogs, and East Greenwich steals the tiebreaker. A win, the Bulldogs jump 2 games ahead of them, and they have the tiebreaker, essentially locking them out of jumping them. That being said, we were up 14 with the ball. I mean, I figured we were going to play calmly, you know what I mean, kind of let time run out. Maybe walk away with an 8, worst case 7-point victory, or a 15 or so. You just don't know till it's fourth quarter, folks. The game of swings, momentum, energy. They need the dog pound here is what they need. They need to, I don't know, maybe I need to get in their ear and let them know how important things are before the game somehow. This is a big one. I mean, I want to say the Avengers have just done it like kind of, they haven't been nailing threes down or anything, kind of just yeoman-like. workmanlike effort every possession, and kudos to number 0, even though, I mean, he shoots it literally every time they pass it to him, no matter where he is, but he's either drawn a foul or made it. So, I mean, here we go. Jesse Samer with the jump. We got 4 minutes. That is half of a regulation quarter, folks. We got 4 minutes that'll decide this thing. And this thing does have playoff implications. They all do, the rest of the way. And now they have a lot of emotional ones as well. Jump, goes to the Bulldogs. No, just over Bremen. And first opportunity goes to East Greenwich. Dunn on the ball. Defense to Chant in Federico Gymnasium. And to the hoop they go. With the left up and in, 51-49. And the Bulldogs, this is a 16-point swing from up 14 down 2. Forget the rest, forget the 14, just down 2 is all that matters. Finds Bremen, they're swinging. Pennell. Looking at anything going on down low, not much right at the moment. Pennell was effective down there. Dunn's open, nice pass. They find him, nice late pass by Dunn, but from behind, the clean block, number 24, takes it up to court. That's number 2. And we have a timeout called by East Greenwich with the lead. Maybe that's one of those positive timeouts that Coach Slater talks about. They don't. Yeah, they do, yeah. 51-49. And it doesn't take a lot here, folks. That's a minute off the board for one basket. I mean, there's not a lot of possessions, not a lot of opportunities in an overtime period where I'll give the. I don't know. You got to watch the replay. I don't think the refs have been that hard on him. I think it's been a pretty equally played game. I know that that number 0 has drawn a lot, but again, they've called it both ways, and it hasn't been all that physical outside of rebounding, and that's why we are where we are. I mean, we're down 2, and I know that East Greenwich missed what? They went on a 4 free throw miss run, and that came back to haunt them. Had they had made even just one of those, they possibly would have this game in the books already. So the Bulldogs need to capitalize. And certainly Coach Cesaro doesn't want he doesn't want Gatorade on his head tonight. He doesn't need the pile up. He would be fully comfortable with a 4, 5, 6 point victory. 3:07 to go here, OT. 2-point lead with the ball. David takes it. Nice pass underneath picked off by Lucas Pennell. When he decides not to take it himself, Bremen has it. Samo. Hamlin in the paint, and why, I don't know. The turnover by the Bulldogs.
These guys need to do something to make something happen because they're just playing pass out deep and nothing's developing.
Well, this is big here. They're going to go up and try to draw the foul, and they did exactly that. I mean, I'm not a coach, and I certainly don't know the game as well as even some of the players that are on the floor. But when you lose the basics here, which sometimes nerves can make you do, I mean, I don't know why we were in that set. There was no movement, and our smallest man's under the hoop. And we try to get it to him while he's there. Not what I would have done in overtime. I do believe it was a freelance situation, but it's a 3-point game here, folks. This free throw, live on the release, can make it a 2-possession lead with 2 minutes to go. It's up, and it is in, and this Avenger team, 18-point swing. The number is starting to add up, and it's incredible. This is going to be a tricky one to swallow, even though as an athlete you got to do it if they're unable to make it up. Avengers playing good defense. Nice pass underneath and Dunn unable to finish. Oh no. And that right there, folks. Oof. It's early. Let me see what happens. But hey, they get the turnover. That's why I shut up. Thank God. To the hoop he goes. Hamlin's up and in. They got it right back to force the timeout, and they're back in it. I almost said something there, boy. I almost jumped to a conclusion before the chickens were hatched. That's my new saying. But nice turnover by the Bulldogs, and they are alive with under 2 minutes to go in overtime, trailing only by 2. The Avengers are in the penalty, so they'll get 2 shots every time they get fouled. The Bulldogs have to be near the penalty. That's only shown on the other end of the gym. And that being said, holy smokes, what a game, what a game, what a game. I said smooth, and this is going through smooth, quick game. Man, the drama that can unfold in the blink of an eye. I mean, we saw it in every sport we covered in the fall. We saw it in football. It just brings, it's like that one soccer football game I'll never forget. I mean, just there's so many different, in every sport in high school, it can just flip instantly. And you know, I mean, I'm a 49ers fan, and I watched something of a beautiful flip this weekend. So if you're a fan of mine, please wish me luck here, wish us luck here on our upcoming Super Bowl appearance.
Greg, don't rub it in on the Lions thing when don't rub it in on the Lions thing when the Bulldogs just gave up a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. Don't do that, man.
All right, here we go now. The inbound. Bulldog on the press. Same-o with it. Same-o with a nice physical defender with long arms. And comes from behind it. How did he get through for the finger roll?
Ow.
He did. This Avenger team. And you look at them and you think they're a 2-win team? Really? I mean, look how they've settled in. They've improved as the game's going on. And we are back to that crazy 18-point swing. Bulldogs must answer pretty close to situation as we're about at just over a minute, I would guess. Same-o. They could use it. And it doesn't go off at the rebound. Who did go off of? And the Bulldogs get new life. They have to capitalize here. If we tilt up a bit, we'll know how badly they have to.
Lisa, please.
We got to be floating near that minute marker. The inbound. Dunn has it. Bulldogs swings. 2-possession ball game. You got to be confident in their shot, but they got to make it. We are approaching 1 minute. Just over. Bulldogs seem like they're not doing anything in the middle. Pennell, I see you set up a post. Now he is. And they get it to him a second late. Again, they've done that anytime anyone's posted down low. And Pennell's done a decent job with the post position. But they're looking, if I can announce it, that he's in a good post position, and you haven't seen it, foul by the Bulldogs. Going to put him to the line to extend it more. But if I'm able to say he's open in the post, and then they make the pass, they're doing it too late. You know what I mean? Because the players are reading it before even I am. And that's cost us dearly, about 3 times, probably way more in the entirety of the game. This right here, I mean, becomes a new job, honestly, for Coach Cesaro. A situation he hasn't been in, and how you bounce back as a coach. I look forward to them bouncing back this week when we time out for the Bulldogs 6-point game. When we and it's not completely over yet, folks, but we have him on the show. How you approach your team? How do you move forward? What's the deal? You got a lot of time, 51.6, a lot of time. They're not hitting their free throws particularly well. There's a lot of time, but you got to nail that 3 really, or attack the hoop. No, not nail that 3. That's exactly.
A lot of times, zero momentum on their side right now.
Oh God, they're shell shocked. I'm shell shocked.
I mean, it's been a 20-point swing in the last 15 minutes.
I can't even. I'm trying to remember how it even happened. I mean, we went cold as heck on offense. We didn't do it at the beginning of the game like usual. The third quarter went to. Oof, I don't know, boy. This is going to be
literally
a
that fourth quarter. We'll have to look back, but the fourth quarter, I don't remember them hitting much of anything. No. And they lost at least a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. They tied. They go to overtime, and now here we are down 6. They've scored 2 points in the entirety of overtime. Given the ball away several times. It's momentum can change with the Federico Gymnasium will light up if they're able to hit a 3, but they have to hit a 3.
Or go to the hoop and get fouled. Yeah, they need 3 points. So
they need something.
And we don't have time to dance around doing it either. They got to make their decision. I mean, look at the time. We're down to a half a minute here. And finally, the pick off of it. The roll didn't work, and they're shooting a deep contested three. It's an air ball. That's just, they didn't, what happened in that timeout is my question. What was supposed to happen coming out of that timeout? Because nothing happened. They almost, without a sense of urgency, worked to the perimeter. And now we are down to, I'm going to just say 25 because it's about that.
Lisa,
And,
Lisa, keep it on the clock as much as you can.
27.8. And the Bulldogs really up against it. And look at the fans. I mean, they were here and they're shell shocked. And it's why you play the game. It's why you play all 4 quarters. And I'll tell you
Or
what,
in this case, 5.
The great coach that does the in-gym announcing, Coach Miranda, I mean, he never even coached me. Just from sitting doing games next to the man. He's taught me a lot. What a wise man when it comes to sports. It's just the and the way he puts it. Even I'm learning from the guy, having a conversation with him, being like, man, he regardless of the scenario, regardless of league, non-league, whatever the case may be,
All right,
all
so
that scoreboard's lit up.
Hamlin needs to sink both. He missed both last time.
Now you got to miss this one, to be honest with you. You get them
Yep.
pass out, try to get the rebound, pass out, get a 3. Worst thing you can do is make one. It's still a 4-point game. Should have been called.
Still a 5-point game.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, they got it. And they're gonna go for the make. He makes it. Well, now it's a 5-point game. You foul. I don't know. I mean, it's such a long shot to do the miss, but or maybe you're not even allowed to in high school. I don't know. The reality there is you need to miss that one, hold possession, and try to hit 3. This thing was almost buttoned up, man. And I can't really believe what I saw. I can't believe what I've seen, and I'm looking forward to talking to Brent about the real breakdown, about what it was. Because he obviously, once he's probably somewhat shell-shocked, but he's the coach, he's seen it all. But once he watches it back tomorrow and Sunday, or tomorrow and then they play the next day. So there's not a lot of time. There's no time for these guys to get down on themselves. They got to play again, and now it's more important. This makes every other game that much more important. And no good. This one's over, folks. From down 14 in the second half to winning by 7. That's a 21-point swing. Congratulations to the Avengers, boy. Shows why you play all 4 quarters. Bulldogs didn't work out for them tonight. Losers 52, Avengers 59. Bulldogs will take the court again Thursday night. We'll bring it to you, but tomorrow night, Lady Bulldogs tip-off 7 p.m. Bring it to you live. Tune in. Other than that, that's a wrap.
Hey guys, it's Ben from 321 Westerly, and we need your help. We absolutely love bringing you the sports games every single week on 321 Westerly and supporting Westerly High School sports. And we have heard countless stories from aunts, uncles, grandparents, people across the country, alumni that love tuning into these games. And we need your help to keep those games free for the community. We're looking for sponsors for the winter and spring sports right now. We have very reasonable rates, and it's an incredible return on investment. You're going to get social media posts, video ads, radio ads, articles, all sorts of stuff. Email us, team@321westerly.com, or call the number in this video, and we'll see you soon. But we really need your help, and we would love to get some more advertisers so that we can keep bringing you Westerly High School sports. The Thirsty Beaver Hometown Pub and Grub in Dunn's Corners is your ultimate destination for refreshing drinks, delectable dishes, and memorable moments with family and friends. Enjoy live music, DJ trivia every Wednesday night, and we're now the official spot to come watch and root for your favorite Westerly High School sports teams. The Thirsty Beaver, located at 265 Post Road, Spindrift Village, Westerly.